voting records continue to get shattered. Tonight's debate is going to feature some new changes. And are Denton ISD students returning to the classroom?
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV News at Noon.
Thanks for joining us on ntTV News at Noon. I'm Victor Villagran. We begin today discussing the latest in our potentially new Supreme Court justice. The Senate Judiciary Committee advanced the nomination of Amy Coney Barrett to Supreme Court justice in a 12-0 vote early this morning. Democrats who are part of the Senate Judiciary Committee say they will boycott Thursday's vote to advance Judge Barrett's Supreme Court nomination. Yesterday, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer released a statement that addressed Republicans for running, quote, a sham process from the beginning. Their empty seats will be filled with photos of people who are impacted by the Affordable Care Act. With a week of early voting ending, records continue to be broken. Nearly 21,000 people voted in Denton County this Tuesday, another record day compared to the 2016 election. Overall, just under 207,000 voters have cast ballots. That is nearly 37% of all registered voters in Denton County. With early voting continuing through next Friday, it is possible that well over 40% of voters will have taken advantage of the early voting option. If you are still waiting for one last debate to make your vote, tonight is that night. President Donald Trump and Democratic nominee Joe Biden will debate for one last time this evening. CNN's Karen Kafa has more.
After a chaotic clash in Cleveland.
The question
Supreme
is,
Court Justice, radical left.
And a hospitalization with COVID-19, President Trump has rallied and rambled his way toward this final debate of 2020.
If Biden wins, your borders are gone, which means your health care is gone, the middle class is gone, your safety is gone.
This stage likely the final opportunity for him to articulate a closing argument for a second term before such a wide national audience, with voting already ongoing. Meanwhile, former Vice President Joe Biden has not let up his criticism of President Trump's handling of the pandemic.
the president knew how dangerous this virus was all the way back in January. And he hid it from the country.
Despite 2020's tumult, national polling in the presidential race has remained steady, with Biden in the lead. Biden's plan for tonight: keep things steady.
He's going to be ready to talk about his plans. He's going to be ready to talk directly to the American people about his belief that we can get through this crisis.
The Commission on Presidential Debates has made some changes for tonight, and President Trump told Fox News he wasn't thrilled.
There's nothing fair about this debate, but that's okay.
Candidates' microphones will be briefly muted while their opponent gives his 2-minute response to each of the 6 segments' initial questions, designed to minimize interruptions.
To that tonight at 8 o'clock on all major networks, with streaming options available. And well, if you're on the way to the voting stands, you may want to check the weather. Donald Britton can tell you all about that. Right, Donald?
That's right, Victor. Lots of cloudy skies as we look out at this shot from our mean green practice field, but we can expect some sunshine to seep on through later on today. Right now, we're experiencing temperatures in the lower 80s with wind speeds of 14 miles per hour, making it feel more like 81. Now, going into tomorrow, tonight's conditions, we can expect temperatures to drop to 60 degrees, but it'll feel more like 56 because of those cool wind speeds of 9 miles per hour. So if you're out and about, you might want to grab those light jackets. Tomorrow when we wake, we can expect a thunderstorm in the morning with temperatures in the upper 60s and wind speeds of 15 miles per hour, making it feel more like 64. Now that cold front that we're going to get tomorrow will prepare us for the rest of the week, but I'll have more on that later on in the forecast. Back to you at the desk.
Donald, when we return, we will tell you all about a positive step forward in the fight against the coronavirus. Plus, Trevor Newell is live with some changes in Denton's classrooms. Stick around, y'all. Welcome back. We might be headed into the right direction in the fight against the coronavirus. The chief advisor to Operation Warp Speed says a vaccine could be ready by December. Justin Hinton has more.
Up this ramp and inside this trailer, roughly 350 adults receive 2 injections a month apart and give blood as part of George Washington University's participation in the Moderna study to find a safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine. It's one of about 100 sites across the country.
At our site here at GW, we have over 50% who are either Latinx or African American, and it's about half split 50-50 between those two communities.
One of those participants is Terrence Strawman.
This is a very serious pandemic. It's killing a lot of people, it's hurting a lot of people, and some of us got to participate.
This study is being conducted as part of President Trump's Operation Warp Speed. Dr. Monsef Slaoui is a top advisor and laid out the timeline for when the Moderna vaccine could be available.
Very late in December or the middle of December, maybe the FDA could authorize the first vaccines, maybe this one and the Pfizer one. Those would be, I would say, probably the earliest things can happen.
He says that's fast, given the discovery of the virus less than a year ago. But with all of the financial and operational risks, he says safety was never compromised.
I have to say I'm really excited and thrilled that we are on the verge of knowing in the next few weeks whether these vaccines work.
As for a vaccine for kids, that comes later, when doctors know there is a clear benefit. But Dr. Slaoui says Pfizer is already recruiting subjects between the ages of 12 and 18.
Well, with the hope of a vaccine underway, some local schools are making changes that could be an issue for social distancing. ntTV's Trevor Newell is live with more. Trevor?
In high school, recent decisions from the board may cause changes in the classroom come this Monday. Denton ISD has decided to take away hybrid learning classrooms with some parents supporting the decision. Local parent Jennifer Durich said the teachers are swamped and the kids are suffering for it. It was kind of set up to fail from the start, in my opinion. Other parents are questioning the decision, such as local dad Charles Crawford, who said, all the parents that I have communication with, they're all the same as me. They're just not going to send their children back into the classroom. Now, with COVID cases on the rise among school-aged children, it is understandable that these parents may feel uneasy about these changes. Victor, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Trevor. I know for me growing up, recess was my favorite class. I just was not a fan of all that sweating. Donald, am I going to stay cool today?
Thanks, Victor. Well, I'm sad to say no, you're actually going to be pretty cool today. Right now, we're experiencing still those warmer temperatures, but they are expected to cool off due to the cold front that we're going to get in tomorrow. 81 in Graham, 82 in Decatur, and 80 in Denton. So roughly the same temperatures across North Texas. Let's take a look at our temperatures across the state. 84 in El Paso, and 80 in Amarillo, and 81 in Abilene. So still pretty warm. So let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Highs of 86 today and lows of 60. A cold front comes in Friday morning along with a thunderstorm, so you're going to need those jackets and rain boots. Saturday will bring some cooler weather as well, but leading to Sunday, we're back in the 80s. A major weather change happens at the beginning of next week. New highs in the 50s for Monday, and we can expect scattered thunderstorms. Rain will continue into Tuesday, and it might be time to cut on those fireplaces. The middle of next week continues with that cooler weather. That's all I have for y'all. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Donald. Well, with all that cold and rainy weather, maybe I'll just sit back and watch sports all weekend. Justin Ballou will tell us all about sports. Right, Justin?
That's right, Victor. Stay tuned to sports for a preview of the Cowboys' upcoming game, as well as my thoughts on last weekend's big Mean Green win as they go into a bye week. We have got a big weekend of football once again, y'all. The Dallas Cowboys travel to Washington this weekend to play the Washington football team. Now, it's no question that Dallas's Monday night game against the Cardinals got ugly, but the Cowboys still do lead the division going into Week 7. This game should be a great opportunity to get Andy Dalton and the Cowboys offense right back on track. The defense will get a much-needed boost, too, as defensive end Randy Gregory is eligible to play this weekend for the first time since 2018. Look for Gregory to provide a spark to that depleted Cowboys defense. Now, also on the topic of the Cowboys, news broke this morning that the Baltimore Ravens are expected to sign longtime Dallas receiver Dez Bryant to their practice squad. The Mean Green are on a bye week this weekend, but man, are we all feeling more confident about this team after last weekend's win against Middle Tennessee. Now, quarterback Jason Bean took over after Austin Aune struggled early, and to say that Bean lit it up would be an understatement. Through the air, Bean went for 181 yards and 2 touchdowns, and on the ground, 169 yards and 3 touchdowns, so an outstanding performance all around for him. Now, Bean received multiple forms of national recognition, including being named the Conference USA Offensive Player of the Week. Wide receiver Jalen Darden caught 10 passes for 204 yards and a touchdown last week, and he continues to be one of the best receivers in all of college football. North Texas put up 768 yards of total offense last week, the most of any team in the nation this year, and the North Texas offense now leads the nation with nearly 3,000 total yards of offense on the year. Moving forward, there is a quarterback controversy here in Denton once again as head coach Seth Luttrell has to make another tough call. That's all for sports. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Justin. Now, it's my favorite season of all. No, not wedding season, but chili season. That's right, Hormel Chili is now unveiling its Ghost Reaper chili that they are declaring as the world's hottest chili. The hearty soup is going to feature some of the hottest peppers in the world, such as Carolina Reapers and Ghost Peppers. Let's all just hope our stomachs can handle the heat. Thanks for watching ntTV News at Noon. Join us again tonight at 6 here on North Texas Television.